barbecue type stuff to me, you know? So that's, I only get it in the summer or something. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you the trick with steak. Someone taught me this and I was like, oh, that's how you don't overcook your steak. So whenever you're buying like a piece of meat, like do you see in this, like you see like white parts? Mm-hmm. So that's fat. So the more fat that there is, the juicier the steak is going to be. Because once it starts to cook, then all of this is going to start to melt.
Oh, okay.
And help to create additional moisture within your meat. So you want to sear the outside, and by searing I just mean like you pan fry it so that it gets a nice brown color on the outside. Mm-hmm. So you want to start with high heat and then flip it over. You don't need to cook it for very long, but the way to like know, do you like it medium, rare, well done? How do you like your steak?
I don't want to see blood or like rawness.
Okay.
But I don't like
you
it
want it to be
super.
You don't want it to.
Yeah, you know.
You're cutting for days. Okay. So the way to like kind of tell, someone taught me this trick and I was like, okay, so feel right here. This is medium. Now feel your cheek. See how much give it has? Like that would be rare. And now feel like the tip of your nose. That's well done.
Okay.
So the entire time your meat is cooking, feel free to like use your hands and you're just gonna touch the meat to see what you feel. So,
okay, so
you're wanting to, you want rare?
Ew, no. I want this. Okay. Okay, medium well?
Medium well would be like in between this feeling and this.
Okay, we're just gonna stick with this then. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, so I found myself in this dating season, right? Partly because your girl was tired and she's like, Jesus, when you coming through? So I'm like, you need help? Okay.
Okay, but with that being said, do you feel, looking back after everything that's like transpired or whatever, do you feel like you were being impatient with God?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Definitely was being impatient with God. And I was justifying it as, I'm just putting myself out there. Let's just see what happens. And then what happened? It's not nice. So everything was going pretty okay. And then it took a sudden left.
Well, okay.
In terms of like communication. So for like a good week, communication was sparse. And I was kind of like, okay. I kind of asked him like, are we good? And then he's like, oh, with this new job, blah, 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 I have to do training. So I was like, okay, cool. But then I was getting ready to leave for my trip, and I was like, you made a big deal about me leaving, and now you're not, you don't want to hang out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm confused. Anyway, so my trip is coming. We haven't hung out like in over a week. And I'm like, you know what? You're not gonna mess up my trip. I don't pay money for this trip, and I've been looking forward to this trip, and I refuse to be like.
Yeah, and you had the time of your life on that trip. I saw it every day on your story. Said, look where I'm going today, guys.
I was living my best life. I honestly was. So anyway, before the trip, and I messaged him, and I'm like, because there was a conversation that was pending that we needed to finish. I'm like, are we gonna finish that conversation? He's like, oh, I'll call you tonight. We did the whole night. Didn't call. So I'm like,
I saw this meme that was like when a guy says, wait up, and it's like SpongeBob with his eyes bloodshot red all the like this. And then it's like when a girl says, stay up so I can call you, and the guy's sleeping in your bed. Yo, girl will wait.
No, I went to bed.
Okay, see, I need that, like, transfer that spirit on. I don't want to do that.
No, I went to bed because I had work early, and I'm just like, no. Oh my gosh, girl. My hand is like a little bit too hot. So, I'm going to pay attention. I'm about to go on my trip, and I don't like having pending conversations, right? So are we going to have this conversation or not? This person, I was about to say a word that we will not be saying. This person goes, well, I know I'm doing the accent anyway. This is more entertaining. He goes, yeah, so I still feel like you're uncomfortable, and I think we're better off just being friends. I'm at work, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna respond because you're trying my spirits, and I'm gonna respond in an emotional manner. So I'll deal with this later. So I left it, and then I just clarified later. I'm like, is this what you're saying? First of all, I was like, oh, let me call him because I don't like having these type of conversations
Over text, yeah.
over text. Like, it seems immature and childish. So I called him, and he didn't answer his phone. I was like, okay, cool. So I'm just gonna text you what I was gonna say. Responds within seconds to my text.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah. So he's like, oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. We should just be friends. So I'm like, okay, cool, good. Like, all the best. I hope you find what you're looking for.
But I don't need any more friends. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, I'm good. So, no, the kicker was like, he's like, oh, you can still hang out with my friends sometimes.
I don't need your friends though. Like,
I was so I read that one line and I was like,
as if he's being charitable or something. What is that?
sometimes.
That's funny.
Like, are they serious? Is it serious about life?
I mean, maybe that's how things go. Like, you know, not everybody grows up the same and stuff.
I mean, I've never done the online thing. I don't know if that's how you do it in the online world. Their pants out again. So let's put in these steaks. Just need some tongs. Oh, you just use your hands. I can't find one. Okay.
Oh, really?
So,
All
you
right.
want to do yours first? Yeah. And just lay down.
Lay me down.
You see? And all this needs, honestly, is about 3 to 5 minutes. And then you flip it. So don't be tempted to flip it too soon, or else it's not going to be done the way you want it to be.
So what time is it from? So we know.
It is 11:55.
So that's 12.
A little bit before that. 11:58. You should be flipping it. But yeah, like I'm so done with stuff like this. Like, it made me angry, not because he didn't want to move forward in this, but it made me angry because of the way that he did it.
Do you mean like the whole like we can still be friends thing, or just like the
via text, like the method in which he did it.
which is fair?
No, just like there's a more mature way to deal with things. Like, one, you're older than me, and you're asking what you're gonna do anyways. Like 18 of the numbers apparently. But yeah, girl. So I found myself in this waiting season, and I was just like, "Yo, Jesus, what's up?" Because your girl is getting older.
Waiting
and
like before this transpired or after it transpired?
before.
Okay.
But I was trying to hurry up because I'm just like,
Don't kill me. Active waiting. I've heard
Yes.
that where people are like have to
Let's
wait
go.
actively.
oh yeah. So that's what I was doing, and it backfired on me. So how do we do that?
So then now, what is the?
Now I feel like there's things that I've learned about myself that I wish I knew earlier in my season. In 1 minute. And one of those things being like the importance of having your standards set before you're in a relationship. And what I mean by that, like looking in retrospect, like I'm looking at this guy like your intentions were never pure. Because the issue was that I wasn't speaking his love language. And his love language was physical touch.
But how much touching are we gonna do if I don't know you?
I don't know. How much you need to do? Oh no. Anyway, we're not going to even go there. But his whole thing was I'm not speaking his love language and I need to be more comfortable with him. But honestly, like, I feel like comfort is a two-way street. Like, yes, for me to be more comfortable, but you also should create an atmosphere where I feel more comfortable. Does that make sense?
I feel like comfort comes with,
Ooh, look at that brown style. You see that? Yes.
I feel like comfort comes with, the growing of a relationship. Like, if you're uncomfortable with somebody, you're not gonna really want to spend time around them. So I don't understand why. I don't know, that's odd to me.
But I feel like there's one thing that you wanted in the end. You know what that thing is. And I'm glad that my standards were set prior to. Because if they weren't, I would have definitely compromised and be like, well,
But did you feel like you knew, like you know yourself?
I feel like before I got into it, I was making a conscious effort of getting to know myself. So I knew where my weaknesses were walking into it, and I knew where my strengths were. But also knowing that I didn't want to, how do I put it? I don't know what I'm trying to figure out. I honestly don't. But I feel like without me knowing myself or my standards being set prior to, it would have been harder for me to get over it because I would have compromised so much and given so much to this person that would have eventually walked away anyway. And then it would have been like, somebody call the doctor. If someone please call 911. Because my heart is just a mess.
Yeah.
So I'm in this place of like, even though it didn't work out, like I'm still good. And it is taking me time, because everything is a process. But I'm good. But that's the one thing that I'm just like, have your standards set prior to.
I find that interesting. I like that. Because I don't know, for me, what I've noticed with myself is like, I know what I like in my mind, what I think, or what I find attractive and whatever. And like, obviously, you know, I want a godly man and things like that. But I find that I'm more so focused on who I am and like, yeah, who I am, basically. Like, I want to be a good person. I want to have good character. Like, obviously, nobody can ever be perfect, but like, I want to try and strive to get to a place where I acknowledge where I'm not the greatest and I've made steps towards getting better. Because honestly, like, it's too much, I don't know, like, you can expect the world from somebody, but like, what are you offering in return, you know? I'm just like,
that's essential. That's big.
Yeah, so right now, I don't know. I'm more so like, I'm really trying to like pray on myself and like what I want to embody. Like, I pray that spiritual myself. Like, I'm starting to be a lot more specific about how I pray about me. I don't know, like, I'm not trying to be, like, I don't know if it's bad, but I'm not really praying for my husband, you know? I do a 1-2, like, oh, you know, God, like, bless him, keep him wherever he is. Yeah, but, like, for right now, I'm just more so, like, God, like, what's in my heart, yeah, and whatever is in my heart that's not good, like, take it out so that in everything, like in any relationship or anywhere I go, like if I have to do something or I have to meet people, like, or I'm trying to, like I'm trying to grow in life, like I don't want my character to take me out of somewhere God is trying to put me in, or I don't want my character to ruin something that, ruin a potential relationship, like with like whoever that man may be, or like even with my friends, or like just people around you. So.
No, and I think my dad said something that was very important, and it's along the same lines of what it is that you're saying. So these, I just want to take them out.
Okay, this is a good.
And just let them rest. So the thing with steak, if you try to cut into this as hot as it is, all the juices that you just spent all that time working on is gonna bleed out, and your meat's gonna be dry. So you need to let this rest for at least a good 5 to 10 minutes. So.
Okay, so.
Yeah. But something my dad said that was so crucial, because I was venting and I was telling him about my frustration with this whole waiting season, and I felt like I did everything that everyone told me to do. Like, they said finish school, I finished school. Even working on my second degree, like, what you mean? Like, I am finished to the point that it's finished. Like, work on yourself, work on myself. Spend an entire year learning myself. And it's like, okay, so I did what they said, then where is he? Like, honestly, like, where is he? And I was getting frustrated. I was talking to my dad, and he goes, in relationships, there are certain things that you need to compromise in order for the relationship to work. And I was like, yeah, I understand that, I've heard it before. And then he goes, if you don't maximize your singleness season, you will get into a relationship and either resent the person or resent the relationship because you didn't maximize your singleness and do all the things you wanted to do for yourself. And I was like, that's what maximizing your singleness means. I finally get it. Because I've heard it so much. Maximize your singleness. And I'm like, okay, cool. How do you do that? Like, I don't know. So, my dad's like, make a list of things you want to do for yourself. So that's what I've been doing. I made a list of things I want to do for myself. One of which is to learn how to play the acoustic guitar. I had my first lesson this week.
Yay! Yeah.
Yes, it also includes traveling. So when you see my pictures, you can on Instagram, just know I'm in my waiting season. I'm doing things for me. But the key to everything that my dad said, he was just like, do it for you. Not with the intention of, I'm going to do this so that my marriage can be well, or I'm going to do this for my future spouse. I'm going to learn how to cook so that my man will be well fed. Like, you're thinking, you're doing right now, but you're doing it for something else, or the motive behind what you're doing is for that. And he's like, no, be whole for yourself. And I was like, oh.
That's facts.
Okay, Daddy.
You're right. And it's funny because, like, I don't know, like, I don't feel pressure because it's not that you're old, like, nobody's old,
No, I felt pressure before, but now I'm good.
Oh, we thank God that you don't feel pressure. Good, but I don't know, before, like, when I was, like, maybe when I was, like, what, like, 18, 19? 18? Like, I never really had, like, any boy experience at all, and I was very, like, everybody I knew had some type of, experience, and I was just like, is something wrong? I'd be like, what's the issue here?
That was my first experience, child.
It's okay. It is okay, but honestly, with everything, with where I am now, if I could go back and not have experience, obviously, you learn from things and you grow and stuff like that, but, like, it wasn't necessary per se. And I after everything and, like, coming to this point where I'm at now, it's just like, I don't know, like, okay, I'm a person, like, I'm a person who's single. I'm not a single person, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think,
I like that.
I don't think that, like, I want to do things, I want to, like, have fun, like, I want to, like, explore, like, my talents and, like, things I find interesting and cool and fun, because I found that I was, like, limiting myself because I was so scared of what other people would think, and it's like, no, like, if you want to do something or you think something's cool or fun, do it, you know, and do it for you because that's what makes life great and fun. And then especially like God has placed so much in all of us, right? It's not fair to keep everything in, and it's not fair to yourself either because you're withholding like happiness and joy that you could have and like whatever glory God can get from it too, you know what I mean? And so at this point now it's just like honestly like I'm not doing things with the mindset of like, oh yeah, you know, get ready for your man, oh yeah, you need to be a P31 woman. Like no, like I need to be a P31 woman because I'm a woman. Like I need to be
like that should be the standard.
Yeah, like I don't want to be, please, like let me say the whole statement first, okay? I don't want to be a good wife. I want to be a good person because in being a good person, I'll be a good wife. You know what I mean? I don't need to be trying to like, you know what I mean? Like the whatever you're gonna do to love your husband is how you should be loving, you know, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your friends. Like
so it flows naturally as opposed to it being a performance.
Exactly. And then it's also like, wow, like the only person you love on the planet is your husband. Like, girl, like you know other people. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Right now, that's where like my mind is at. I just want to do things and like have fun, explore, see what I like. You know what I mean?
I'm down for exploring and knowing what I like. This is the year 2020. Hey, of course, I advance. We're advancing.
Yo, when I read that scripture, you circled this mountain long enough to turn north. The way I grabbed it in the air, I said, yes, God. I circled every single mountain. No, like I'm done. I'm finished. I'm turning north. I'm facing you, and we're walking together because I can. Like all this like petty, not necessary, not important stuff. It's not worth it, you know. At the end of the day, I literally just want to do what God has placed me on this planet to do and bring Him glory and have cute little babies. Can't wait to
Girl, I'm so excited. I'm glad we had this talk. Like, honestly, I'm so glad, and we gotta do this again.
We will.
So we about to go devour our steaks. It's so simple, so easy. I hope you guys took from our conversation and from our recipe. And yeah,